Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another online ranked duel for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Often when I play this game, I often get asked, hey, how come you never lose? And that is obviously because I am the best at this game, I'm the best in the world, and no one can beat me. No, that is definitely not true. The reason why I never really lose in this game is because I never really show myself playing matches, so I wanted to show that off today. When I'm playing a match, normally I do lose a couple of duels here and there, and matches where this game is most competitive. And I actually thought to myself, I don't think I've ever shown a match off in this game. So my apologies to anyone who maybe wants to see a different deck for the rest of this week, but I'm going to carry on using the Ancient Fairy Dragon deck and showing it off in a match, showing how it works. I'm playing against xKINGKAIBax, who has been someone I've played on the channel before. I can't remember what he used to play. I think he maybe played Madolches at one point. And he's now playing a Nordic deck, and I'm playing my Ancient Fairy Gadgetotron Blackwing Dragon deck. As you guys can see, we are already well into this duel. It's actually turn 11, and the reason for this is because of Sheer Factory's limitation on PlayStation 4. On PlayStation 4, when you're recording, you can only record for a maximum of 15 minutes, so the earlier parts got cut off. But as you can see by life points, not a lot has really happened in the opening turns of this game. So I'm going to make a mistake here. I used Ancient Fairy Dragon's deck to come the effect to destroy Gear Town, which allowed me to special summon Ancient Gear Gadgetotron Dragon. Unfortunately, what I should have done there is I should have attacked with Ancient Gear first, because when Ancient Gear attacks, my opponent can't activate spell or trap cards, and that would allow me to destroy this face down card. But fortunately for him, he managed to activate Mirror Force, and by activating Mirror Force, he could destroy both of my monsters. So it's now his turn, and let's see what he does. Oh, okay, he doesn't do anything for this turn, and he gets to special summon a monster back to his field using Gunga's effect. Now, I'm not really familiar with the Nordic deck archetype, and when I'm playing a match, sometimes I will do a little technique which is called sandbagging. Sandbagging is a technique which I actually got from a fighting game, from Street Fighter, and what I believe it to be is that what people would do, or expert players would do, is in their early matches or early rounds of a match, what they would do is they would not purposely throw the match, but they would play defensively in order to try and learn as much information about what their opponent can and cannot do as much as possible. And I have a feeling that's kind of why this duel has taken so long. It's because I really played defensively. I kept a lot of my cards close to my chest in order to just kind of analyze the situation, because I'm really not familiar with what the Nordic cards can do. I did play against this character in the 5Ds campaign, but yeah, again, I'm not really familiar with what the objective of a Nordic deck is, but we'll find out along the way as we go. So I've borrowed a soldier, I borrowed a spare on my field, and by normal summon him, Black Whirlwind gets to get its effect in, and that allowed me to add Gale to my hand. But I'm not going to special summon Gale. I'm going to use Pot of Duality, which allows me to excavate the top 3 cards of my deck. So there was Vanity's Emptiness, here is MST, and we also had another Borrow of the Spear. I'm probably going to go for MST right now. That looks like the safest option. I could use it to destroy that face down spell or trap card, or maybe in the near future. But like I said, I'm just trying to gather data here, so I'm probably not going to use it just this turn. But MST is an all-round good user if you're not sure on what you need in a specific situation. Plus, I have 4 cards on the field already, and I don't want to, say, play Vanity's Emptiness and have no way to get rid of it easily and lock myself from using any more spell or trap cards. Borrow the Spear is going to attack Nordic Alpha, Dverg of the Nordic Alpha, and hopefully that should go through. We'll see and find out soon. But no, my opponent has another copy of Mirror Force. Mirror Force is going to destroy all monsters in attack position on my field, and I'm okay with that trade. I could have protected Bora with Book of the Moon and saved him if I really wanted to, but I didn't really feel a need to do that. For a card like Mirror Force, which is normally an advantage card for most players, normally they will destroy 2 monsters and only lose their 1 card, so they'll gain some advantage against the opponent. If it's just a 1-for-1 trade, I'm more than happy to take that for Mirror Force, because it could have been a 2-for-1. Okay, so in xKINGKAIBa's turn, he is now flip summon Mara of the Nordic Alpha, and he's going to attack with both of his monsters. I am not going to stop this at all. Actually, I have no way to stop this at all. I'm just going to take these hits. Mara is a decent card, I feel. What Mara allows him to do is allows him to synchro summon by using materials from his hand, which is really useful. And at this point, I kind of gather that this is kind of the main aim of this deck. It is to be synchro summoning some monsters and constantly synchro summoning. I don't know why he only has 5 cards in his extra deck. I feel like, I don't know, maybe he's just trying to stick to cards from the archetype, but I think maybe should have ran more synchro monsters, who knows. So anyway, I'm special summoning Gale the Whirlwind along with Borrow the Spear, and they are going to attack my opponents. I'm going to use Gale's effect to half one of my opponent's attacks, and then I'm going to run over his monsters. I did make a mistake there. When I'm not concentrating, sometimes I often make these mistakes with the prompts. I should have used Black Whirlwind's effect again, but I didn't. I accidentally made a mistake there. Gale's going to attack Mara. That's going to send Mara to the graveyard and deal 600 damage to KINGKAIBax. And now I'm going to attack with Borrow the Spear. Borrow the Spear is going to attack Diverg anytime. And yep, that's going to go through and deal 1600 damage to my opponent. However, what I wasn't aware of is that when Diverg is sent to the graveyard, he has an effect. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that effect is when he is sent to the graveyard, he gets to add 1 Nordics spell card to his hand. That's going to help him really well later on. And it's a really good recycling effect for that benefit. Almost like he wanted me to attack that monster. Kind of obvious, isn't it? Okay, so it's KINGKAIBa's turn now. He's now got 5 cards in his hand as opposed to my 9 cards in total. He's going to use MST to destroy. What's he going to target? He's going to go for one of my face down spell trap cards, and that's going to send Bottomless Trap Hole to the graveyard. Wah wah. That's a shame. Let's see what he does now. Okay, he summons Valkyrie of the Nordic Ascendant. I'm not actually familiar with what this does. Oh, I know what this does. This is a card where you can banish 2 Nordic monsters in your graveyard and special summon 2 Nordic tokens. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, okay, you really want to synchro summon. Let's get rid of that using Solemn Warning. I have the life points to spare. And I'm feeling confident at this point. At this point, I'm in a position where I can maybe synchro summon into something if I wanted to or needed to. Or I have a lot of monsters on the field to just do some damage to my opponent. And I have a large lead in terms of card advantage. So I'm in a very good position here. So I'm going to use MST, destroy one of those face down cards that my opponent has. And let's see what it is. It's that spell card that he recycled earlier on. I don't know if he put that there as a bluff or something, who knows. And now I'm going to bring out, no, I'm not going to synchro summon. I'm going to just attack for 3000 attack in total with both of my monsters. At this point in the duel, I'm feeling to myself, okay, I've probably got this in the bag. But it's not over yet. As you can see by the length of this video, I've still got a long way to go. So we will soon see. So Borrow is going to attack for 1700. And that's going to leave KINGKAIBax with 2600. With me a nice lead in front of him. Okay, assuming my opponent doesn't do anything this turn, this should be the game-winning move. But he brings out another Valkyrie of the Nordic Ascendant. And let's see what he does. He banishes 2 Nordic monsters from his hand, and they let him summon 2 level 4 tokens. And now I'm sure he's going to use these tokens to synchro summon something big. Is it time for a comeback? We'll soon see. So he's going to go into a level 10 synchro summon, and it's going to bring out Odin, father of the Acer. Now, I have never ever seen this card before. I don't know what Odin does, but 4000 attack with 3500 defense is pretty big. I actually have 0 defense here except for Book of Moon, which I can't use this turn. So Odin's going to activate his first effect, and What that does is that makes it so that I can't use spell or trap cards for the remainder of this turn, and that really protects his monster, which is really good. And now he's going to attack Gale the Whirlwind, which is the best choice here because Gale could half his attack and defense the next turn if I didn't. So King Kaiba managed to get a big monster out in the field, but let's see if I'm able to deal with it in any way, or shape or form. A Lure of Darkness has come to my hand. I'm probably going to play that and see what else I can get as a resource. Well, this will allow me to draw into 2 cards, but I then have to banish 1 dark monster. And the one I'm probably going to get rid of is, let's see. Yep, Borrow the Spear. I probably should have gotten rid of Steam the Cloak. I could have got into something like, oh god, what's that rank 4 called? I forgot what that rank 4 is called. But there's a couple of rank 4s which I could have gone into to get rid of my opponent's monsters. But that's okay. I still have other options. Except if I had read cards properly, this won't be a bad move which I'm about to make. So I'm going to special summon Black Rose Dragon. Black Rose Dragon has a nuke effect, which when it's synchro summoned, you can activate its effect and then you can destroy all cards on the field. So I'm going to activate that effect and say yes, thinking that will let me get rid of my opponent's monster. And all cards are going to get destroyed on the field. Plus, what's also good about this play is that Steam's effect will still kick in and its token won't get destroyed because it will happen earlier in the chain than Black Rose Dragon. So there's the Steam token, and I'm in a fair position. So you know, I think I'm going to maybe set one of these cards on the field. Oh, I can activate an effect still. Am I going to use it? There's no reason to use that right now. I'm going to set Vanity's Emptiness and the Book of Moon as well. And now I'm going to end my turn. But what's this? Odin has another effect and I didn't pay attention to it. So what Odin's other effect is that when it is destroyed during the end phase of the turn, you can banish one of the Nordic monsters in your graveyard to bring it back to the field. And that's going to put me in a really bad spot. A really bad situation. Plus, when it is special summoned that way, you get to draw 1 card as well. So my opponent is in a really good situation. He has much better field presence than I do, and he has a really hard monster to get rid of. So let's see what happens. Okay, Odin's going to use his effect. That's going to protect him from spell or trap cards. I could have chained with Book of Moon, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter because the effect will still kick off and he could just flip summon the monster again. And now he's going to summon, how do I even pronounce that? Liputh? I'm going to call him Liputh. Liputh of the Nordic something. And he's going to play the Nordic Lights. The Nordic Lights is a really good field spell. What it does is it stops all your Nordic monsters from being destroyed by battle. However, if that card is destroyed, then you have to destroy all Nordic monsters in your field. So it's a good double-edged sword, but he doesn't really need to play it right now. So he's going to attack with his Liputh. He's going to destroy my token. And this is going to be game here. He's going to attack for 4,000 to my life points, and I'm not going to be able to win here. So yeah, there's a duel of me actually losing. This is actually just round 1 of a match we're going to play. So look forward to the other rounds of the match. I'm actually not quite sure how I should upload this. I've never done a match before on the channel, and I don't know whether people would like to see all the matches straight away or whether I should just do 1 episode a day that I normally do. Let me know if you guys want me to release the episode earlier. I will do that. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Much love, take care, and goodbye.